How's it going, everybody? It's me, BlueJ1 here, finally back with another video. This time I'm showcasing my Weezing set that I came up with back in November. This set is just mind blowing. It's actually really good. It took me to the top so many times because of neutralizing gas. Basically, its ability, right? Basically, how this ability works is that it nullifies every other ability on the field, right? So if you're against there's so many Pokemon out there, right, that rely on their abilities to be good. So, and that's where this set really comes in clutch, because it really catches opponents off guard, and it gets rid of Pokemon that are really threatening towards other members of your team, based on your team, obviously. And Choice Specs is also there because it allows it to KO certain Pokemon. So Weezing matches up against so many leads because obviously it's going to neutralize their abilities. Some examples include probably Darmanitan, Draco's Ult, Grimmsnarl, Tyranitar, Diggersby, so many Pokemon, Dragapult to an extent, obviously. Yeah, there's so many Pokemon, and its coverage allows it to catch a lot of Pokemon, so its coverage is inside them, obviously. And this is the offensive Weezing, special attack and speed, modest nature, so it can get off as much damage as possible, and this moveset allows for as much coverage as possible. Every single move here has been useful in a lot of scenarios, so it's proven to be one of the best most creative meta breaking sets I've ever came up with, honestly. Well, I already talked about Choice Specs, but let's get into some examples of why this Pokemon is good, because it's obviously let's talk about Prankster. Okay, Prankster is held by a few Pokemon. Sableye, Grimmsnarl, and Whimsicott are the more used ones, and Strange Steam covers the Sableye and the Grimmsnarl, right? Because basically, Prankster is nullified because of neutralizing gas, right? So that means with your speed, you're going to be faster, and with your modest Choice Spec special attack offensive nature, you're obviously going to one-hit them with Strange Steam. So that's really good because it nullifies any setup that they're trying to do for other Pokemon in the back. And the main goal of 3v3 always is to prevent as much sweeping as possible, because if they get some barriers up, reflected light screen, that's going to be really bad for you, because you're all your moves are doing half damage against their Pokemon, and that's one of the more useful uses of this ability, because obviously certain Pokemon are very terrifying with the reflecting light screen up, so that's really good. Alright, so now that you've got that down, I'm going to show you some examples with this set. Alright, and we're back. So this is what I want to show you about Weezing, because like I said, it matches up against so many leads, right? Some math trips could be rather funny, such as, well, not this one, but there was basically one where I'm trying to find it. I can't find it, but basically the opponent had a Ditto, right? And it was so funny because Weezing neutralizes Imposter, and it couldn't the Ditto was just sitting there, couldn't transform. But seriously, let's go into the more important matchups. So of course we got Tyranitar, right? This is one battle. This line of recordings is one battle. So here we have Tyranitar, which usually gets the stand up because of its abilities, Sand Stream, but as you can see, it can't get it up because of my neutralizing gas, and they actually just decided to stay in here and die to Strange Steam because of specs and just the general stabbing power. So that's really nice, and they bought Ninetales in right after this Tyranitar, which allowed my neutralizing gas to come in clutch once again because it didn't get Hail up. And he actually, it's kind of funny because he actually went for Aurora Veil instead of some other move, because he thought the Hail was up, and this set just catches so many people It's actually crazy. And so yeah, Weezing just got the immediate 2-0, and they weren't able to do anything, which is amazing. And it's just ridiculous. Here's a oh wait, no, it's not this one. I'm trying to find it. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just crazy. There's also, oh wait, no, that's not it. That's not it. This isn't it either. But basically, also, I was gonna show you this one with the Grimmsnarl, but basically, what happened there is the Weezing actually came out against the Grimmsnarl, right? Weezing killed something that was leading off. Like I'm pretty sure it was a Dracozolt, and then they bought in Grimmsnarl after, and unfortunately he couldn't get anything off because of my neutralizing gas, and the strange team just killed it. So he literally just bought in a Pokeball to just die, and it was so funny because Weezing neutralized Hustle, obviously. Oh yeah, Hustle, right? That like certain Pokemon, it's mainly Durant and here it is. Here's the video, by the way. Durant, it's usually Durant and Dracozolt. A Dynamax Weezing can live a Max Steel Spike from a Dynamax Durant and just range it with Max Flare, which is actually kind of cool to think about because obviously it doesn't have Hustle, and Hustle's like ridiculous because it gives the Pokemon a free attack boost when it's Dynamaxed. So and it has no accuracy drop because Dynamax moves hit bypass accuracy checks basically. So it doesn't really matter if the opponent used like minimize or anything, right? So yeah, that's all I have for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to be making more showcase videos in the future. So if you enjoyed, leave a like or comment, anything, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.